Louis icon. That's not really my story. We moved away and had been gone for 60 years, a long time, 55 years. Anyway, my relationship with Al Baker is very special as uncle and nephew, like no relationship I've ever known in my life. He was my hero, and I'll share some stories and kind of tell you why. With Uncle Al, there were a lot of firsts in my life. First softball game, taught me how to hit, taught me how to throw it, taught me how to play football, knocked me down a whole bunch of times. As a little kid, that wasn't too tough a thing. Taught me how to play chess. We would have these Thanksgiving dinners, and Uncle Al and I, we'd go off in a room, we'd play chess. And after many years of that, I actually beat him one time. He didn't hold that.
Really?
I did. He didn't hold that against me. He got me my first bicycle. Taught me how to ride the bicycle. That's kind of interesting because it was a 28-inch red Schwinn bike. I had 26-inch legs, so you can imagine how stopping could be rather painful at times. I'll leave that to your imagination. I got my first job at Baker's Handy Food Store, working for Uncle Al. I got a lot of memories of that. Let's get back to the bicycle just a minute, because it involved the store. I made 50 cents an hour, which was the, I think, top wage that he paid there at that time. And he had a great management style. When it became payday, time to get your money, he'd make me put half of it away in a cigar box. It wasn't optional. And we were saving for a bicycle. Okay, so after a few weeks, month or so, I managed to save $13.50 in that cigar box. He put $13.50 of Al Baker's money in that cigar box, and we went to get the bike. So we went to pick up the bike, and his friend there was a guy named John Webb. I don't know if...
John Webb.
Okay, that's a name from the past.
Yes, we know
For
him
me,
very
it's
well.
It's like yesterday. So he had this deal. He drove this old Ford. Al did. He told Webb, John, you drive the Ford, I'll take the bike, and I'll race you home. We'll see who wins. And I don't remember exactly who won, but I remember it was very close. So that's a very fond memory that I have of Uncle Al. When I say that he was my hero, there are a couple of stories. One sadder than the other, and I think I'll maybe start with the saddest one first. When I was 10 years old, there was a terrible car accident. Allison was involved in that, Uncle Al, Aunt Mary, and my mom and dad. It was on Route 66, and it was a fatal accident, head-on collision. And my hero, Uncle Al, broken ribs, dragged the family out of the car. I'm sure he was worried about a gas leak or explosion. Courageous act, which I had never, ever forgotten. Little lighter story. When I was maybe 11, 12, I had a newspaper stand on the corner of Westgate and Delmar. And this was a Saturday night, and I had one of those little coin changers. I don't know if you remember those. You press the button, and a little lever, and a dime would come out, or a quarter. So I had that, and I was selling the papers for, I don't know, 10, 15 cents, and I was putting the money in there. And these neighborhood thugs, a couple of them, walked up to me, and they had me cornered in front of the 3 Art Shop. You remember the 3 Art Shop? Okay, it was like a plate glass window with a little enclosure there, and they trying to pull that thing off of my belt. So I was getting really scared, and I thought they were going to beat me up, and I didn't know what was going to happen. And then all of a sudden I hear these squealing brakes, and there's a truck that says Baker's Handy Food Store on the side. And Uncle Al gets out of the truck. Very streetwise guy. Everybody knows Uncle Al, knows that. And he sensed what was going on really quickly. He goes up and he grabs these 2 guys, and he twists them around, he grabs them by the shirt, picks them inches up off the ground, and I'll never forget these words. If I come back again and I catch you here, I'm going to bang both your heads together until there ain't nothing there. That was Uncle Al talking. So he set them down and they took off, and I never saw him again. Okay, so Uncle Al, he had some power.